So I'll start from this page, the page that has been shared with you, and many of you might have visited this page. So this is the page that describes the high school summer training program in much more detail. And you'll find a lot of resources here, a lot of information that will help you understand more about the design and more about the curriculum, more about the topics, and more about the schedule of the programs, upcoming sessions, and all of that. So let's begin with an overview, as you have already learned that what are the major topics and how we are going to do this. And if during this presentation, if you have any question, please feel free to let me know by putting it in the chat or unmuting yourself. So as we are having the first webinar here and we are discussing about the program, we are going to offer 3 different types of training which will be available for all of you interested to participate in. So these 3 types of trainings will include different types of topics, different types of outcome. So let me explain that like very briefly. So we have listed out some of the advantages and how this training is going to be, including what all topics and how the system works. You already created a login on Learn, so that will help you to orient yourself and get comfortable with the resources that we'll be sharing. So you have an option, as I was saying that we are going to we are going to invite students to join these programs which are available. So how do we learn about what will be the topics, will what and how, which dates they will be covered, and what will be the resources which will be put together for those sessions. So let's take a look at by clicking these specific programs. So we have listed out here like 4 programs, from learning about genomics and working with an expert to do some genomic research utilizing different resources, then to learn about biomedical data science using coding by applying R and Python, and then to be able to do your own research by participating in an independent research project. So from understanding very beginner level courses, by understanding and going through the mentor and the support team, you'll be able to develop that understanding of how to utilize big data and how to utilize these different applications that you heard of. So I think in this meeting and during the call, we you might have heard many terms which were new to you. If that is true, please let me know. If say put yes in the chat box. So for you to learn about those new keywords and new terminologies, we have prepared a lot of resources that will definitely going to help you go through them strategically. So let's first go through the first program. Genomics in the virtual lab, very special program where we have an excellent mentor who will take you, Professor Sona Vasudevan from Georgetown University, a very prestigious university in the US, and along with our mentors, which will start from 18th July, and it will be available for you to enroll for 1.5 months, that is 45 days training, or a 60-day training, or a 90-day training, based on your availability and the time that you can allocate for such training. So that's the timeline for the program to start. You will also find like a overview, and you can see that how the previous year student presented, and we will be going through some of these outcomes of the program, because it's important to understand that what happens after the program, what are the things that we are going to learn, and if there is some projects that we're going to work on. So we will be talking about that, but before that, let me take you through the schedule first, and a little bit about how do you join the program. So 18th of July, we have the first session, which is Introduction to Bioinformatics, very basic, which involves understanding of omics technologies, role of big data in biomedicines, and then different repositories, resources, and tools, how to access the Learn OmicsLogic and its projects and courses, how to access the Tauber Bioinformatics research platform, and start, using some of the pipelines. So it's very exciting. But yeah, we will start with a very basic overview of how that all of this is going to work for you. So that is the first session, which is scheduled for July 18th, which will be a live session. Then we have these different sessions which will be asynchronously available, which means that you will be getting the recording and you will be getting all the resources and whatever you need for to learn the topics that are going to cover on July 22nd, and an opportunity always to talk with us, some of the mentors who will be available for you to help understand some of the concepts, some of the topics, some of the problems that you face. So there will be a team supporting all of this. Then we have the next session, which is more about understanding how we can do comparative sequence analysis. How can we correlate it with the evolutionary analysis? So we will learn about sequences. From sequences, we will understand how sequences fold into three-dimensional structure, and how do we analyze the structure from sequence. How do we analyze those three-dimensionally modeled structure in our laptops, in our systems, and understand about different types of mutations maybe that causes the important or changes in the body, right? So we will be learning about all of those, from sequence to structure and then to function. And to understand function, we will take some of the case studies and we will review some of the diseases types that we have described and discussed in this webinar previously. So I'll not go into the detail, but one of the activity that is planned, and which will be one of the landmarks or highlights of this program, is that you will have an opportunity after the first 5 sessions to work on a small project and showcase. It's like a more of a review to find out some of the insights from what you have learned and apply to some of the projects that we are letting you know, or you can also give your own proposal. So this weekend activity will include preparing a couple of slides and sharing with us and discussing if you can work on this project, if this project is feasible, or if this research is feasible. So that would be about finding a research question. Followed by that, there will be specialized sessions which will cover very important topics for research, and very important topics for learning, which is to how do you do literature review and how do you design a project, and then what are the different elements that will be designed inside a project. So on August 8th, we have that session where we'll be sharing you how to design a bioinformatics research project, how to do literature review and all of that. And then we will dive into some sort of specializations, which is like virology here. The virology, you all have witnessed the COVID pandemic, and we will be learning about different aspects of virology and how bioinformatics is applied in virology. And it will involve understanding of how do you apply some basic R programming by understanding and utilizing some sequences, and then playing it in the code playground, and then doing it in the code playground as you have seen. So followed by that, we have some sessions on microbial communities where we will learn about metagenomics, because it's very important now to correlate between these different technologies and the data that they produce. So it actually helps us in developing a very good research project. So all of these sessions are kind of designed to help you develop that understanding, that ideas will automatically come when you understand that how they are applied in different case studies, and how they are applied in terms of doing it by doing it yourself on T-Bioinfo platform using the hands-on analysis. And then we have some case studies which involves vaccine, antibody, and antiviral drugs, and then analysis of genome on NCVI viruses, where we will be exploring the public repositories, because a lot of data and huge amount of data are being deposited every day, and we all think that there is an opportunity to investigate further into those data sets, big data sets, which is usually very difficult to do, but otherwise it will be much easier through the program and through the resources that we'll be sharing. And that's an opportunity for all of you to take. Now, after this the second half of the program, where you will understand and go through all of these public repositories, tools to use, and technologies to apply, you will have an opportunity to do a project presentation where you come up with your own idea, and we will be there will be judges from academia and industry, and we have an amazing panel of judges from who are from top universities, leaders in their field, can give you really good feedback about how the project is shaping up. So that's how the program is planned. And after 26th of August till the end of your program, you will have an opportunity to discuss with the mentors and the team and work on your research project and research proposal. And if you have a good research project proposal, then there's an opportunity for you to join the research fellowship and work on an independent research project that I'll come next. But before that, let me take you to the registration process. So if you have already created your login here, what all you have to do is just go to this page, and then go to this section where you can choose a subscription. Click the subscription button where you want to choose the subscription, and then go through these simple steps and complete your registration. If you're from low income country group, then you are eligible for scholarship, and you'll be able all you have to do is that write an email to us suggesting the same, and we will be able to guide you with the scholarship process. Now, going back to the second program, we have these different opportunities that we have been discussing. So please feel free to ask any questions related to the program that we are discussing. The next program is focused more on data science, more on doing coding, more on learning how to apply data science techniques into using biomedical or biological data. So maybe some of you are more interested in data science, some of you are more interested in investigating or doing biological research. So it is based on your interest. You can join and choose between these programs. So now the next program that I wanted to show you is the data science program, which is going to start very soon on 4th July, where we will be going through the basics of programming for everyone to get get to know about get on the same page, perhaps, because we have students coming from different backgrounds, and many of those students do not have a background of programming at all. So we have these very beginner level sessions to help students learn from the mentors about these how to get started, and then installing and going through the very basics like vectors, matrices, libraries, and then start utilizing. Once you start utilizing, you start working with sequences, you learn about how to process data, and we start visualizing in R, and then you go into different type of advanced visualization, and you learn about machine learning approaches, and you understand that how can you use dimensionality reduction processes, or dimensionality reduction, or unsupervised machine learning processes that can actually help you to find needle from the haystack. Literally, from like large amount of data, you'll be able to find meaningful information using some of these techniques, and then you will be learning about more statistical and advanced techniques that will help you work on a project which is more related to data analysis, application of data science, and machine learning and all of that. So we have detailed session covering all of these important topics, and then we have a specialization that you can opt for. You can either do both R or Python, or you can choose one of these. It's up to you, but we will have sessions for both R and Python. So first we will cover R, and then we will cover Python, so that you can understand, compare, and take advantage of both of these very, very powerful programming tools that helps biologists, that helps almost everyone in today's era of data to gain meaningful insights and show that in a proper presentation and get recognition. So that's about the program that we are discussing. And I think we have also like a different dates, which is to cover which will be covered in 45 in 1 month's time. So you'll have 1 month time where these sessions are going to happen bi-weekly. And then you will have an opportunity to discuss with the mentors and learn about different sections. And you will also have the asynchronous coursework associated with each of these sessions. So Those coursework are available on Learn OmicsLogic, and you will be able to get hold of that once you register, and also once you start the program. So I'll just log out and I'll just check because I'm already a part of this program, and it's not showing me the registration part. So I'll just show you the registration part. So as you can see, the asynchronous material is also included here. You can click on these links and go to the asynchronous material and check what all we will be covering in the session. Along with that, we have recorded videos that we will be sharing with you so that you can do it on your own if you don't get time. And we will also have flexibility in terms of scheduling meetings. If you are in US, we will have a US team supporting this and have a time convenient for all of us to have the meeting. So similarly, you can choose between the different subscription levels here, and also apply for scholarships if you're from low income country and have financial problems. Now, just the last part of the presentation or the discussion, where we are going to discuss, once you have learned all of this, once you have mastered one of these techniques, once you have practiced on example data sets, the next thing that you would want to do is to do it on a new problem. That is something that is like a contribution to the research and the scientific community, because these findings will be new, and they are eligible based on their nobility for publications or for other poster presentations and such recognition. That program is the research fellowship program. And now like taking you through this different types of opportunities. So once you have that, like a research project, a research proposal, there's an opportunity to present that and publish that, and all of those connect with the research community using the Omics Research Symposium, which is scheduled to be happening in August. So all of this will make sense to get a really good outcome from this summer. If you're interested, in exploring some of these topics, doing some research and using the skill sets for your future. So some of these key topics are also mentioned here, and this all has been kind of covered. We have excellent mentors who will be supporting the program. You can watch the video from one of these basic training sessions, initial sessions, for everyone to be on the same page. And then this research fellowship program or independent research project is the highlight, because here you will be able to see that there are videos from the students who completed these research trainings and come up with the wonderful outcome. Anytime now, it is available since June 15th, and there's an opportunity to work in a 45 days project, 60 days project, or a 90 days project. The dates are not so much relevant here, because you can join anytime and you can start working on your project. So similarly, we have the pricing, and you can check out that and decide which subscription you would want and which program that you would want to enroll to. So that's the part of my presentation, and I hope all of you have enjoyed this webinar. And